to you with another video. Today's video is going to be about something that a lot of clients have tended to ask me about, so I'm guessing it's a point of interest. There's going to be like a Selfridges series of times that I was working in there. So today's video is going to be about my first ever day starting in Selfridges. To be honest, the overall starting procedure is actually quite a long one, but we're just going to be really going over, I would say, instead of it just being the first day, I would probably say the overall starting process, because ain't nobody got time to make videos on each bit. But yeah, so basically, first day. The entrance to Selfridges for staff, just to make clear, is not at the front of the store. So that's where everybody else walks in to go into Selfridges. Staff members are not allowed, if are not allowed to walk through, God forbid you walk through a regular door. Yeah, so you have to go through the staff entrance first of all. So my first day, the meeting point was actually in one of the staff cafes. I'm not actually going to disclose the exact entrance where the location actually is though, because I don't know if that could be probably dangerous or something, who knows. But basically, I don't really think it would be, but I'm just not going to do it. So basically, at that secret entrance, funny enough, Selfridges was actually, the entrance for Bond Street Station was actually, funny enough, going to be inside of Selfridges, but for some reason they didn't get permissions for it. So the staff entrance is actually like an underground station. So same when you go down the escalators, it's the same, you're going down the escalators that they're built for that. So it just resembles going into an underground station, literally, but it's cute. Obviously they made it cute. Like, I think underground make it cute. Like, so I was waiting in the cafe there in that area before going down the escalators, if that makes sense. Just sitting there waiting. There was probably about, I'd say, 30 people that were also waiting. So obviously I knew that it was their start days too. Then each company, so each concession stand in there has obviously their manager or representative to come and collect their new members. So the person for Nails Inc. came to collect us. So I'm looking around like, it can't be all 30 of us starting for this company, so obviously. And yeah, who came over to us? I'm actually trying to remember who came over to us. I think it was the area manager actually came over to collect us. And that's when I realized that there was two other girls that were starting with me, Monique and Larissa. I'm so glad I started with those girls. Really am, to be honest, because it wasn't exactly the most friendliest entrance, I would say. Not the most warm welcome, I'm just being honest. So yeah, I'm grateful that I had them. Also, yeah, Monique was like, she was like kind of like me in terms of like just slim, dark-skinned girl from the hood, like bare energy and very optimistic. That's what I loved about her, is her optimism as well. And we're both very optimistic and very driven, so clicked. Me and Larissa was like this cute blonde girl. Hi Larissa, if you see this, Larissa. Blonde hair, short pixie cut at the time, and yeah, just like rock and roll edgy, like, and but young, quite young compared to me and Monique. So yeah, it was us three starting. When they collected us from this area, they took us, we thought they was going to take us straight into Selfridges or to show us around and stuff. They actually took us straight to the Nails Inc. head office, which was like near Bond Street side. So yeah, we went there, where we went to go and just get obviously training on all the products, training on what their expectations are of us. Each concession is obviously different in terms of like their recruitment process and how they train you. But for Nails Inc., the training process at the time, this was like 2000 and I would like to say 17, 18, something like that. At the time, the training process was, we have been given these big, I think it was like booklet, and the area manager was there. She took us into her office as well, which was apparently this was quite. We was like, I think we was the first one to be inducted in such a way, but we were so happy and grateful for it. And yeah, she took us through every page, every product, literally every product in every single shade. That to be honest, that training process I think was the best training I've like in terms of like structured training that has been laid out, and this is what we do in terms of training our staff. Like I would say that was the best. Like they gave us so much products, it was insane. Like I think I'm going to try and include a video if I can find it, but we screamed. These are called shook to the core. Are you shook, guys? Are you shook?
Changes colour with it. So dark. This is a strobe lipstick iridescent effect. Mm-hmm. And it's, would you say 3D?
Look at that pigment,
3D
guys.
light reflecting. Light. And we call it.
This is called lip tripping. Okay. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's so and look, we're about to try on these highlighters, y'all. Oh my god.
Do you know tripping? You're in a dream world. Flip pigments, so the colours flip it out. Flip. This is all, yeah. So don't all go mad at once, but all of the stuff we opened I'm going to give it.
And there are trends with.
Look at this highlighter, guys. It goes
People say
with
to me, oh, buy more.
this gorgeous polish.
I want to change over.
It's everything, guys.
Like,
amazing. You see that? Look at the range.
People, right? Yeah.
I'm working for the screamed. We literally screamed. So basically, I took us through every single product, and they were like, okay. And just at the end of the video, they were like, and just so you know, you're gonna get. I think they said all this stuff or something, and we were like, ah! Basically, when we left the training, we left with about £150 worth of products, free products, and that's including makeup, because they don't just do nails, they sell makeup. So they want for whenever you work in there, and for whatever beauty concession, if you are working for a beauty concession, whatever beauty concession that you're working for, they're going to expect you to wear their makeup brand. Obviously, it makes sense. So if you're working for MAC, they're going to want you to wear MAC lipstick. If you're working for Nails Inc, they're going to want you to wear Nails Inc lip products. Which is fine by me, because they had some really good actual products. Like they had some matte lip balm glosses things, and then they had like glittery ones over Christmas. They were always coming out with something. Whenever they come out with something new, they would usually tend to give you one or something, and so it was like every season you're getting stuff on top of that, which was just amazing. So yeah, so basically now with the rest of the training process, so obviously got trained on Nails Inc stuff, and we had expectations. So our expectation, we had to hit our certain targets each day and then weekly, and then basically if you hit your targets at the end of each month, they pay you £1 extra for every, I think it's for every nail varnish you sell. You get that on top of your wages or something. So if you made like 300 sales, you get like £300 extra, something like that. But it was a good incentive. Sometimes it seemed impossible to hit, especially in quieter times like October, January. But when it was Christmas, it was pretty easy for people to hit. I didn't hit that. I was quite close, but I just didn't hit that at Christmas. Anyway, so back to the point. So yeah, basically after that, now we've done all this Nails Inc training, got our free products, we're gassed, we're happy, we're already like filming content with our new products and stuff, reviewing the products, all this good stuff. And then after that, now I remember we also had to go to training, we had to also go for induction for Selfridges. So usually I think that happens within the first couple of days, but for us, I don't remember exactly why we didn't get to start. I think the timing was a bit off with Christmas and stuff. And they had so much new Christmas stuff, it was just a lot. I think they waited for that period to go or something. But we ended up getting our Selfridges induction kind of late, I'm not gonna lie. But it was fine still, but it made it easier if anything, because by the time we've actually gone to the Selfridges induction, there was new people whose first day it was, and you already know the ropes, so you can be like, I don't know, it was quite interesting to see the excitement. It makes you excited again, all over again, to be working in such a place. And also you kind of are one step ahead in terms of the training process. You already know all of this induction stuff because you've already been working there. So you can kind of be a bit more relaxed on the day. Plus, actually that induction, I found it really fun because it's like we're getting paid to sit here and learn fun facts about Selfridges. For example, golf. There used to be a golf club on, like a golf thingy. You played golf on top of Selfridges. Obviously, they said that didn't last very well because obvious reasons. There was, so the original person, Lord Selfridges, he ended up dying broke. There were so many crazy stories. He had, I think it was a gambling addiction, and he had two, like, I want to say escorts, two mistresses, let's say. I think they were twins, and he was obsessed with them, and he spent a lot of his money on them and all this other stuff. And he had a special lift, like a secret elevator that would take them up to him. And I think he's got the girls' names carved in that elevator still, or the sculptures of them on either side. It's something, but I can't remember exactly, but it was just really interesting to find out all the facts. They did say that for each person who's working there are 100 people who wanted your place, which makes you feel quite special. You do know that there are very high expectations, obviously, on shop floor to work in a place like that. Obviously, you have to be looking good at all times. They do have a secret, like, whole beauty situation underneath Selfridges for staff. So the staff toilets have like hair dryers, GHDs, shower. It's just got everything you need. Like, I think there's a laundrette. I can't remember if there's a laundrette down there, but they just got everything you need. They've even got a prayer and quiet reading room. They just got, it's like a little city under there. And then you've got obviously all the lockers. There's like, I think there was like 5,000 lockers because there's like 5,000 members of staff. It was just, it was like working at Disneyland, but for beauty and fashion. Sick. So yeah, that was our induction process. So once you actually go through the Selfridges induction, not with your concession. So if you're working for Louis Vuitton, not with Louis Vuitton aren't a concession on there, but for example, like, let's just say GHD. So not the GHD training, but the Selfridges training. Once you complete your 2 days there, because you have 2 days, I think you have 2 days, if I can remember correctly, I think you have 2 days. Then they take you down to get your picture. That was the reason. Then they take you down to get your picture for your card, and then you get given your card. So before that, we had temporary cards, I think it was something, because we still had to get in everywhere. Yeah, it was just really, really good. And the training grounds aren't actually in Selfridges. They're very, very close by, but not in Selfridges. But it was nice because while we're sitting in this place, we're looking over opposite the Brasserie restaurant, which is I think it's called the Brasserie Alive. Is that a sick restaurant? Oh my gosh, like, they have a sculpture. Is it like a diamond crusted sculpture or mad thing? Just look it up, yeah, Brasserie. Just type Brasserie Selfridges, it will come up, yeah. So we're just sitting there facing all this beauty, just looking at all these luxury cars going by. But at this point, I was kind of used to this already, but I'm just trying to imagine actually having my first couple of days starting like that. I would be like, oh my gosh, I just want to get in there. But yeah, to be honest, besides our specific counter, I would say though, everybody was pretty overall friendly, I would say. Didn't really have any issues with anyone from any other counters. Like, not even have any issues, but it's just, it was quite, not the friendliest, not the most open and warm, you know? Some people were absolutely warm and welcoming, but overall, the general vibe was we got there. And I remember Monique said to me, we had lunch separately, and she was like, oh, so I'm basically going on lunch alone then. And I was like, because that was the vibes, basically. So it was just us, but we didn't mind. We had our bants and our jokes and our good times between us three. We went to the pub, we was doing all our little things, we didn't care. But yeah, so that's another thing to just be aware of. Obviously, when you start, it's a beauty place, so don't go expecting the most deep characters. Like, there's gonna be a lot of shallow ones, but there will be deep ones there. Just find them. There will be a lot of nice people there as well. Just avoid the ones that are negative. It's that simple, just like anywhere else. What else? You get your badge. The badge thing, I had a badge that said sales assistant for a little while until I went through that training as well, because that's when you get your printed badge with your name on it. That was like a little thing. So you're also not allowed to wear your badge outside of the Selfridges grounds, because if you act up on your lunch break, they don't want their brand attached to that. So like literally, if anyone sees you like going on your lunch with the badge, you're like, oh, badge. The rules were ruling. The rules were very, very ruling. Very much so ruling. But you could still have fun in that place. There were some really, really, really fun ton-up times, I'll tell you that now, which are going to be included in the following videos. But we're going to keep it light today. We're going to keep it nice and light. You do also, I think you get a little starter package when you start for Selfridges for your induction as well, separately. That's something that, it's like a little bag, something cute, some pen or something in it, a couple little things. I can't remember what they give you, but they give you a couple little things as well. But yeah, overall, when I left Dowsing, I do remember that I had like over £300 worth of product, which I'm very grateful for, I can't even lie. But yeah, it was a time. It was a time. So yeah, that was my induction to starting. I do know that when you do start, if you are starting, you're about to start working in Selfridges, it can be quite daunting, because obviously, you know, there's beautiful people everywhere. Everyone's beautiful. It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot. But at the same time, instead of seeing it as it's a lot, just see it as, oh, they think I'm cute too. For me to be here, I must be all right then. So just look at it like that. Walk in the room like you are meant to be there, because you are clearly meant to be there. And just be kind. Just be kind. And you should be fine. So yeah, that was that. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, because I'm about to eat some food. I'm starving. I've made some peri-peri chicken and some chips. I'm gonna go, guys. Hope you guys have a lovely, lovely week. Tomorrow is actually my grandma's 95th birthday as well. So yeah, it's time for me to go. I need to have a lady night. Tomorrow is going to be such a big day for me. You're also going to meet my best friend, Sadie's baby. Wow. Oh my gosh. So yeah, gonna go, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Thanks once again for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified for my next videos. Bye.